Another favorite character I have is Babbage, and the reason I like Babbage is because the name of his computer. What a great name! He was gonna call it the Guzintatron 2000. Who knows anything about Babbage? Do you know anything about Babbage, Pike?
I do know about him. It's actually the
You
Gazinta.
actually met him too, right? In
I did
1850?
meet him, yeah, in a different life, my previous life as a non-vampire. No, it was the Guzintatron for Gazinta, 5 Gazinta 24 times,
Yeah.
20 Gazinta 100, however many times I need a computer.
That was a great name. That even if he wasn't famous for anything else, he's famous for a great name.
So on this podcast, do we need to raise our hands when we're lying so that people know, because we're lying?
No.
Okay, they'll figure it out.
We just
are
give
you
a waiver.
serious? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
no,
We give a
That's
waiver
not
at the
name?
beginning.
I thought that was the name.
No. Well, he wanted to name it the Guzintatron 2000 because 2000 after anything makes it cool. Even long after the year 2000, it still works. But cooler heads prevailed, and he went with Difference Engine.
Yeah, the Difference Engine, and then Babbage. Yeah.
Which is very cool in itself. It was sort of the first calculator. It's really kind of the first computer. And,
all right, so this was way before Hopper, and he showed this off to like the London elite.
In London society, he was an electrician. A mathematician and an inventor and society member in London in the early 19th century. And he built this machine because he was concerned that the mathematical tables that people were using at the time to do calculations, there were errors in the tables, and so there were errors in the calculations. And he figured if I could mechanize this, then we won't have errors anymore. And he built a small machine that did exactly that, and it's really cool. You can see parts of it online. He turned a crank, and it moved a bunch of gears. I'm not an engineer myself, but something like that, and came up with calculations and numbers. Very, very cool.
Yeah. So it was all mechanical, and you could run it on steam engine apparently, so to run the cranks if you wanted to. But there was no electricity, but basically it had all the parts of a modern computer. I mean, it worked on punch cards. It had input, output, and a memory and an engine to do your calculations. The Difference Engine, however, could only do addition and subtraction. His analytical engine later could do more mathematical functions.
Well, it would have if it had been built. That's another cool part.
Yeah, it never got built. It wasn't even built to do addition and subtraction.
Right. He envisioned this entire machine which he called the analytical engine, that never got built. At some point, he moved back away from that to a second version of the Difference Engine.
You know why he kept getting held up? Because didn't he was a character. He was hanging out with Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
He was he at the opium party where they wrote Frankenstein? Or
no, but his daughter, but Ada, who wrote the first program, the first independent person who wrote a program for the machine, for the computer that never worked, was the daughter of Byron, who was at the opium party where they wrote Frankenstein and Dracula. So it's all connected. And that's why I'm thinking David Pike is probably associated with them somehow. Yeah.
I would. Now that would have been a party to be at for sure.